Florida has finally legalized driving while gay. Bills to discriminate against gay couples are rapidly multiplying in Texas, and multiple states are still wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to reverse marriage equality. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for January 19, 2015. Last fall, Scott and Daniel Waldesousa got new driver's licenses after they married in New York and hyphenated their last name. But the state of Florida said that it wouldn't recognize their new names, even though it was a legal name change, and effectively canceled the license, which effectively meant that the couple couldn't drive if they wanted to use their actual last name. But now that the couple can have their marriage license recognized in Florida, the state has finally given them their new licenses. So there you go, Florida. You wasted everyone's time and accomplished nothing. Congratulations. Last week, I reported on a proposed bill in Texas that would force state officials to disobey federal courts that uphold marriage equality. Now, Texas has two more anti-gay laws. One would give businesses permission to deny service to LGBTs. The other would prevent towns from passing non-discrimination laws and overturn any laws that they already have. Anti-gay activists know that they're about to lose on marriage, so this is going to be their response, passing laws that take away our jobs, or our homes, or access to education or basic services. A proposed law in Virginia would even let hospitals turn away gay patients. We're going to see a lot more of these in the next year as a form of dangerous, petty backlash against marriage equality. Of course, there's still one big wild card when it comes to national marriage equality: the Supreme Court. Last week, they announced that they'll take up 4 marriage cases in their current term. We'll probably see oral arguments sometime around the end of April and a decision around the end of June. There's no way to know how they're going to rule. If they rule in our favor, great, we'll have national marriage equality this year. If they rule against us, then that means several more years of work to overturn the last few state marriage bans. But in the meantime, we keep racking up victories at lower courts. A South Dakota judge has ruled against that state's marriage ban. A judge in Michigan ruled last week that the state must recognize the 300 licenses that it issued during a one-day window last year. A judge in Kentucky has granted the state's first divorce for gay couples, which is a little depressing, but that's just how it goes sometimes. And the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has refused to consider marriage cases in Idaho and Nevada, despite the continuing attempts by state officials to halt the marriages. Those Idaho and Nevada cases should have been over long ago, and by dragging them out this long, the states are running up huge legal bills. The current tally in Idaho is now close to $500,000. That means they've blown through about a quarter of the state's entire budget for constitutional defense. And they're not the only state wasting hundreds of thousands on marriage litigation. The legal bill in Wisconsin could top $1.2 million. In West Virginia, parties have run up $350,000 in legal fees. Oregon and Alaska are both $260,000 apiece. And just like in Florida, these states are accomplishing nothing other than making work for lawyers. At this point, anti-gay legislators are mostly focused on just making life inconvenient for gay couples, whether it's by delaying the start of marriage, or removing other legal protections, or creating areas where we can't do business. That's their reaction to marriage equality. If they can't stop us from getting married, they're just going to annoy us instead. Well, it's working. They're annoying. Good job. But we're probably going to have big news from the Supreme Court soon. Subscribe here to stay up to date, and for the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.